The friction I feel is my attachment, the self-inflicted attachment. Right now, I am attached to the idea of completing my business courses in order to be able to make money with it. So I have a safety net. In doing so, I lose my focus and ability to serve at my highest level, which is in the moment, which is more skill-based, yes, but also spirit-led. This part of me doesn't get to see the light, and if I am being honest, that's the me that feels at home. That is the expression that feels most easeful. But without attaching even to this expectation, how can I just be here now? What I feel is to allow myself in the present moment the opportunity to just enjoy myself, to be immersed without serving, seeking, or attaining. There is no greater fulfillment than just enjoying what is as it is, even if it doesn't seem like I know what I'm doing. If I'm aligned, I enjoy it. Not even the fulfillment of completing a task and checking it off brings me the same feeling. Then I went to write, what are my little joys? To just remind myself of all the ways that I don't need a lot to be fulfilled. I don't need to have anything other than what I have now and who I am now. I just wrote what brings me joy, the little things. Listening to my body, good food, quality time for connections, sunlight on my skin, rest, enjoying what I create, a clean and orderly space, feeling luxurious, exploring, reading a book, journaling, laughter. These little joys are always more fulfilling to me than completing a task and even making a sale. There's a part of me that often still seeks to be satisfied through numbers. Its obsession for money, vanity, likes, and views has no real grounding other than the fact that it's a certain appearance. It will seem more influential. I will seem more respectable. I will have more options. I will be less stressed, are all of the conditions and stories I tell myself that I need. But if it wasn't unconditional, if it were unlimited, and if abundance was always available to me, how could I give them to myself now? I identified essentially what are the needs, the influence, respect, having more options, feeling less stressed. I went and listed what are the things that allow me to feel influential as I am without needing to do anything or needing to attain anything or having to finish or complete a task in order to feel influential, respected, having options, and less stressed. And so some of the things I wrote for influence was to say, dress, do, act, however eccentric or modest way I feel like in person and online. Because influence does not come from what I have, it comes by being authentic and unapologetic about who I am. Here, the condition to be influential is not more money or status, it's that I just give myself the permission to be myself and accept myself wholeheartedly. And the second example I put was respect. I will simply prioritize respecting myself by listening to my own desires, truly embodying what I believe and not breaking my own boundaries, because when I'm respecting myself in this way, then I essentially am able to feel this respect, which I think, my ego wants to think is earned, but it's actually something I can just give myself with self-respect and honoring my boundaries. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Nicole, a life and business coach for high-functioning women. I'm a self-proclaimed foodie, content creator, educator, and your new abundance bestie. In my world, we talk about all things to do with elevating your life. I post weekly videos helping the everyday woman embody her highest self, create inner wealth, master her mindset, unlock her femininity, and be an absolute boss in life. I create resources, trainings, and host experiences online and in person in order to help you reconnect to your true self. Not the one you think you need to be, but the you that you were born to be. So you can reclaim your power and amplify your voice to lead, love, and create as a woman. If you like my vibe and you want a little bit more abundance in your life, hit subscribe to be notified whenever I drop a new episode, and be sure to check out the free resources in the description below. That's my journal entry of the week or of the episode. And on that note, I hope that helped you to actually bring awareness to some of the things that you need to remind yourself of if you are telling yourself an unhelpful story. It's another practice you can do to give yourself a reminder of the simple joys of life and how you're so blessed. Now onto the 3, why am I holding 4 on camera? 3-step awareness and release practice to break out of victim stories and release yourself into the potential to create a new pattern, a new reality. Step 1, let yourself dissociate your identity from the experiences that you've been through. Just like I said earlier at the start of this episode, you can write a list of all the things that have created trauma for you. They can be little or big. It's all trauma. Trauma is just like the uncomfortable stuff right? The stuff that causes you to feel tension, causes you to feel less than. Write down everything that has created discomfort for you, that is trauma, and write them down. Now read over this list and acknowledge, like, damn, I have been through a lot. I have literally gone through so much. And see yourself. And then read that list over and over and over and over and over again until what you read on that list no longer has effect on you. See, when we did this exercise in the Embody program, in the I Am Her Collective call, I don't know why I said Embody program, that's my old program. What we realized was that at first these stories hold so much energy. When we would read the stories back, we would feel this heaviness and we would feel like emotional. And then when we just kept reading over the story, we started to go, hang on, that's something that happened in the past. This is something, literally a story, some words on a page, and they don't hold any weight anymore. I'm not that person anymore. What am I thinking? And it got to a point where it was almost laughable, some of the things that we wrote. One of those stories on my thing might be being picked last and called fat at school, which was a story, and there was a point at which that really hurt to even think about. And then I kept looking at it, and now I literally laugh. Wait, you're telling me I'm 27 years old and I'm still telling myself I'm fat and will be picked last? You're telling me that me as an adult is operating from that identity? Wait, hold up, what? Let me change that. There literally gets to be a point where you can laugh. Your grieving turns into joy. Your sadness turns into joy and laughter because you realize that is not who I am. That may have happened to me, but that is not who I am. This is called dissociating. And I want you to do this exercise so that your story loses its energy. And then your second step is you're going to release the emotions somehow. Don't keep emotion in. Energy must be moved. Emotion is energy in motion. And when emotion is stuck, it is stuck energy, and you don't want stuck energy in your body because that creates tension. It creates atrophy. It creates dis-ease, which is disease. You get? We need to release the emotions. We need to literally go outside, go for a swim, scream out into the ocean. Wait, what? Swim into the ocean and scream off the top of a mountain. You get what I'm trying to say. Don't scream into the ocean unless that releases it for you. Up to you. Everyone releases differently. Literally burn some pieces of paper with your trauma on them. Do something that is going to release and move that energy. It could be as silly or as modest as you want, as long as energetically you have done it. I could literally just be like, I'm gonna set the intention that I'm gonna light this candle, and then every time I light this candle, I'm going to put into this candle the trauma, light it up, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna blow out the candle, and that trauma I've released. It's a simple practice. I'm just moving the energy because it doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter how extravagant. You don't even have to spend any money. Right? Just do something that's going to allow you to energetically release, because we don't want to be stuck. We don't want you to not deal with the energy. We want you to transmute the energy, to bring it into awareness and to do something with it. And you might need to do it over and over and over again, but that's fine. That's part of cleansing. It's part of purging it. The third and final step is you're going to create new I am stories. The words I am are some of the most powerful words you will ever say in your life. Anything that follows your I am is a declaration. It's your identity. It's your sense of self, your self-concept. And so Joel Osteen does a really great preaching on this. I would totally encourage you to watch it if you haven't, because it's just that reminder. What you put after your I am is a declaration to yourself and to the world of who you believe you are. I am tired. I am stressed. If I were to get you to do an audit of every word that you filled that sentence with, I am blank, all week, what would I hear? How much percentage of self-affirming, self-worthy, self-confident beliefs would be coming out of those, on the back of those I ams, versus doubt, discouragement, fear? I am blank. And so you're going to create new I am stories. You're going to create a new vision of yourself, even if you don't fully believe it yet. And just like me, I hadn't created a new vision board. I hadn't created a vision list. I hadn't created hard, tangible goals because I realized I was actually afraid. That's the only reason why you don't set the goal. We think about the goals, we study up on how to achieve the goals, but to actually do something, take the first step, many of us never do that. And many of us never actually decide. We just stay in this place of, I'm thinking about doing it, I want to do it, wanting, rather than owning the goal, taking ownership of it. Because once you take ownership of something, you're responsible, right? To make a decision, the root of that word is incision, which is to cut off. So decision comes with a sacrifice. It comes with a certain compromise of what you're going to say yes to and where you're going to say no to. And decisions are hard. A real decision will cost you something. But that's the place that so many of us never get to, never want to get to, even though we say we want change. So if you want that change, we have to start making some decisions and turning those shoulds into musts, turning those wants into actual have-tos, right? And how you do that is by using this language reframe of I am and inserting whatever desire, whatever quality that you are taking ownership of. So create a new vision list for yourself, and I'm going to read you some of mine. They're a list right now, but they're going to be on a vision board very soon as I prepare for the 75 Soft Challenge, which I will tell you guys all about in the next few episodes. This new list is literally one that I wrote and I was like, wow, I have not written a list like this in so long. You'd think I would have. One that is intentional, that is energized with the I am of who I believe I am, and I genuinely back myself to be willing to get uncomfortable. If you're gonna set some goals, if you're gonna make some declarations of I am, literally when you are signing a document, you are declaring like, I am Nicole Conception, you're putting your full name and then you're signing your life away. This is like a contract with yourself energetically. When you say I am, you're making a contractual agreement with yourself and the universe. Own your I ams. I am a motivational speaker. I am a best-selling author. I am a well-known podcaster. I'm leading hundreds of women across the globe in their empowerment journey. I am a high-ticket mentor for transformation. I'm financially abundant, full-time in business, and in demand for the work I do. I'm generous beyond words with constant surprises and gifts for my loved ones. I'm fit, toned, and fierce. I love to work out and eat healthy by choice. I'm an incredible dancer and I am flexible. I rollerblade with finesse. Yes, I rollerblade, you guys, but I suck at it right now, and I am rollerblading with finesse in this vision. I am iconic in how I dress, carry myself. I am a paid and sponsored content creator with brand deals and partners asking to work with me. I effortlessly close any collaborations and partners I desire. I am respected and known in Australia as an advocate and powerhouse on issues to do with women and empowerment. I'm contributing actively to causes for good that make a difference to women's livelihood all around the world. I'm the founder and host of the I Am Her Collective, which makes a radical difference in the lives of women everywhere in terms of wellness, social connection, and empowerment. I'm followed and supported by people all around the world who love my message and tell me I am their favorite creator. I am able to travel whenever I want. I get paid to travel. I'm financially flexible, where I have savings that does not dip beneath insert the number, because I'm not gonna tell you, and a growing business income of X amount per month minimum. And lastly, I'm invited to speak and teach across Australia and globally with fully paid trips and sponsored because of the incredible work I do. Drop for that, please. Because if you can't celebrate my goals, I can't celebrate yours. Just kidding. I want you to be able to practice celebrating other people, because that is also a practice of surrender, is a practice of self-worth and self-security. Because if you can't celebrate somebody else winning, it's likely because you're insecure about yourself. You feel the need to compete, you feel the need to compare. So your invitation to celebrate me, I'm listening. Thank you so much. Appreciate you so much. Anyways, you guys, so those are the 3 steps. Let yourself dissociate from the story, the meanings you make about the story, release the emotions somehow, create new I am stories. You can do this all day, all throughout the day, and literally you will find that your patterns, your victimhood patterns will start to disintegrate. You will start to create new patterns, and you will start to have energy back to be in creativity, to inspire yourself. And you're going to have a newfound freshness and zeal and drive for your own life when you create new I am stories. Your I am stories are profoundly powerful. They frame your life. Even if you don't want them to, they do. Ever met a person who's like, hey, how are you? I'm so tired. Literally, that's all they talk about, how tired they are. And then they wonder, why are they so tired? Well, let's start with how you're carrying yourself, first of all. right? It's a simple physiological shift and also a language shift. When someone invites you to introduce yourself, or when somebody asks you, how are you? You don't have to say, I am tired, I am stressed. You can choose to focus your attention on, sure, you might be tired, sure, you might be stressed, but it's like, I have well-being. I'm so grateful. I'm at peace. I'm so glad the day's over. Like, you don't have to frame it in a way where like owning the tiredness, you're becoming the stressed, and the things that you say are literally spells over your life, and they are going to dictate how you feel and behave. So may as well choose to focus on something that's good and helpful, right? That is all. That is the episode for today. I hope that this helped you. I hope that you are reminded of your power, how simple this work is, but how profound this is. Remember that you can always book a free life realignment call with me. This is a one-on-one 45-minute call where I help you work through some of the things that you're learning in my content. My goal is to help you figure out a way to move from your A to B, and to redefine, like, what does an aligned life look like to you, and how to get there from where you currently are right now. And lastly, if you haven't already yet, go and follow the YouTube channel. If you're listening to this on podcast, my YouTube channel, Life with Nick, where I release complimentary videos to these topics and themes. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you go and follow the That's Life podcast, where I dive deeper, I interview guests, I explore more of the concepts around what it means to live life soulfully, to be empowered through transition and change, and to turn this chaotic thing called life into a beautiful, marvelous, soulful experience. And we're just doing some really fun stuff out here, you guys. The last invitation I want to leave you with is, if you are a woman and you are watching all this, you're finding my content, whether it's the first time or the 100th time that you're watching my content, I invite you to come join me inside the I Am Her Collective, where we can have personal conversations, where there's literally an ecosystem of women who want to support you and to show you the love and worthiness and confidence and empowerment that you deserve. And all you need to do is join. It's free. I'll link all of this below in the description of this episode. Thank you for joining me once again on the podcast, and I'm so blessed to be able to do this. Love you all. Have a great week. If you want to take your abundance to another level, I want to help you. I'm a life and business coach for women who want to step into their next level by activating wealth from the inside out. To help you take your first step to unlocking true abundance and your aligned potential, I'm giving you free resources, workshops, and masterclasses that you can access on demand right now. Check out www.nicoleconception.co/free-resources to get your hands on it. For more videos like this, check out the other playlists and series I have on this channel, and don't forget to hit subscribe to be notified whenever I drop a new video. And if you're more of the podcast type, check out Freedom in Flow, where I dive even deeper into the concepts that will help you create less hustle and more flow, abundance, and alignment in your life and business. Now, if you're a reader, you'll want to subscribe to my email list for unfiltered, honest, and most importantly, applicable life upgrades. Now, don't be a stranger. Connect with me on Instagram and TikTok and send me a message. I love getting to know you and your story. It's why I do this. Okay, my lovely, that's all for now. I'll see you soon. Signing off, Nicole.